a bit early because I was bored just waiting. So here we are. I know it's 2 minutes till 6, but whatever. I'll be on here for about 30 minutes. During this time, you can ask me any questions you would like, as well as and just a hangout as a celebration for 250 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Like, what? First of all, about that, like, I would have never imagined that much support, like, ever when I first started YouTube back in September. So it's just so surreal to me that I got 250 people over that. I think it's 268 now? Something like that. Like, so many people, like, backing me up and interested in my stuff and looking at, you know, what's the word? Like, looking at my content. Like, that's really cool. Hello there. Yeah. So that's honestly just amazing to me. And I want to thank, like, everyone who's subscribed to me, everybody who's just, like, made half of this possible. Like, you guys are amazing. Round of applause for you all. Yeah, but it's pretty cool. So again, this is kind of just like a hangout live. Like, you can just chill. You can ask me any questions that you would like. That doesn't mean I'm going to answer any spoiler questions about the upcoming book and stuff like that. And yeah, this is just kind of a hangout as a celebration. So I just thought this would be fun, you know? Fun. I'm going to be here for about 30 minutes. So yeah. And again, if there are any questions for me or anything you would like to know about Masquerade, the second book in the Experiment series, or anything even about Exposed, which is already published and on Amazon, please feel free to say it in the live chat and chill there. Like, do whatever. I'm doing whatever. We're just chilling. So yeah, it's great. Yeah, but this is kind of like a hangout live, as I said. And I'm stuttering because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm really bad with topics. Really bad with topics. And whenever I'm on, like, camera, like, if I pre-record it, it's fine, but whenever I'm, like, actually here, it's really rough for me to stay on topic because I love to ramble. I love to, you know, say whatever the heck I want. It's actually an issue, so, you know, it's fine. We're here. We exist. Yeah, but I've been hyping this up for a couple days, so we'll see how this goes. Yeah. But, nevertheless, I have a... Oh, hello, wonderful people. Yeah, but basically, my second book, Masquerade, is coming out sometime in October. Not September anymore. It's going to be sometime in October. I know the date. I will not be saying it. But very exciting. So yeah, again, if you guys have any questions about my book at all, or about anything, or if you guys just want to hang out, like, I'm here. I exist for 250 subscriber special, whatever. So again, so grateful for, like, over 250 now. Like, it's such a milestone. Hi! Oh my gosh, Spain, that's really cool. I've never been to Spain. I love that so much. Yeah, that's amazing. I really do want to go at some point, or somewhere in Europe. But Spain, that's really cool. I love that. Hi! Yeah, but, you know, I'm just trying to keep topics going, and it's very hard for me to do that sometimes. Yeah, you're welcome. I've always wanted to visit Europe. I live in the US, so I've always wanted to visit Europe. I've always wanted to go to, like, Spain or Italy or other places like that, so that is really cool, honestly. I'm so I love that. Yeah, but yeah, it's amazing. So again, this is just, like, I feel like I've repeated myself like 5 times now. But this is, like, kind of a hangout live and a celebration from 250. Finland. That's oh my gosh, that is so cool, actually. I honestly have always wanted to go there too. Like, I know, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I know I have ancestry from there and stuff, so that is really cool. Like, I also want to go there. I want to go in a lot of places in Europe. Like, Europe is, like, the country I want to go to. All right, I love the questions. So, do you prefer when the main character sacrifices himself, herself at the end, or able to live at the end? That is such a rough question, because I've done both. Like, whenever I write, I've done both of these things. Like, I've had the characters sacrifice themselves or in, like, other projects and stuff, or other things like that. Or, like, I've had them live. But both are just interesting in their own way. Both have different strengths. So honestly, I think I like both of them, but for different reasons. Like, for example, when the main character sacrifices themselves, it leaves like everybody else with like depression at the end, I guess. But when the main character like lives at the end, they have to live with the events of the book and like contemplate on them. So both of those things are really interesting, and I really like that question because it's so hard to answer. But I like both for different reasons. So if that answers your question at all, yeah. But this is chill. This is great. And yeah, so again, if you have any questions for me at all, hi. Yeah, so if you have any questions for me at all, please feel free to ask them. I already have a book a book published. I can't speak today. My favorite country. That's rough. I've always wanted to go to Italy. I haven't been, but I do want to go to Italy. That's a big one for me. I don't know why. I've just always wanted to go. Or France. Those are my two. But I also want to go, like, everywhere in Europe. Like, Europe's amazing. But, yeah, like, I think France or Italy are, like, my top two. Just because I've always wanted to go see certain things there. Like, Italy, I wanted to just go around and look at I've always wanted to go to Italy. Like, that's been my main one. But France is also really cool. Like, I love French food, so I would really enjoy being in France. So, yeah, if that answers your question. I'm sorry I'm going way too deep in my answers, but, you know, it's fine. Like, oh, thanks! No, you're good. Your English is really good. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm glad that you subscribed. Bye. I hope you follow along too. Yeah. Yeah, so again, if you have any question, like, if you haven't seen this channel before, I am an author. So, I have already published a book called Exposed. It's in the link in my bio, on Amazon, or you can become an ARC reader as well, which basically means you can get a free copy of the book if you review it. So it's this whole big thing. Both of those links are in my bio. And I also have a second book, which is part of a series, coming out within, what's the word? When is it coming out? It's coming out in October. I literally already said this. Yeah, but this book is coming out, the second book of the series, Masquerade, is coming out in October. And yeah, so if you have any questions about either of those things, or about writing, or anything in general, we'll be happy to answer them. My biggest fear, I don't know, honestly. I don't really have a biggest fear. I can't really think of one. Yeah, I can't think of one right now off the top of my head. I might come back to that because I can't think of one. And I'm interested in, like, other things I'm interested in per the question is drawing. I love writing. I love reading. I love sketching. I love playing piano. I act. So those are just to name a few. I'm really big into the arts and things like that. Ooh, Poland. That's really cool too. Oh, I want to go to Poland too. Poland is amazing. I've never tried Polish food. Now I really want to. I have to check that out as well. I have to see if I can ever travel. I do want to travel to Europe at some point. So, yeah, I will definitely take that into consideration. That is on my list. Like, a lot of the European countries are on my list. So, yeah, I love that. Hey! Nice to see you. Nice to see everyone here. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, Poland just sounds amazing. Like, I would love to go there. And also, like, try the food just from what I'm hearing here. It sounds amazing. Like, I want some. Yeah, but, you know, it's really chill. Yeah, so, again, like, this is a Q&A type thing. I feel like I've repeated myself like 5,000 times, but I can't, you know, my brain just decides to loop for some reason, but here we are. Yeah, but again, this is like a Q&A type thing, or we can just hang out, or you can do whatever you want. Does not matter to me. I'm just chilling. I have my second book doc pulled up in front of me, so if you guys want quotes, I will happily give those to you, because there are so many that I absolutely love. And yeah, so that's what's going on right now. I mean, yeah. Hi! Nice to see everyone. Yeah. So, pretty chill, pretty cool, pretty fun. Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, what can I talk about now? What can I go on a tangent about? My favorite type of book, don't make me choose. I will read anything, honestly. I don't really have a favorite type. Like, I've read fantasy, dystopian, mystery, contemporary. I'll read anything, honestly. The only thing, actually, I don't think there isn't a thing I wouldn't read. Like, I've read instruction manuals for fun. I've done that once. I do that when I'm, like, really bored and I have nothing. And it's very rare I DNF a book or anything because I don't know. But I will read literally anything. And I will most likely enjoy it. What are your opinions on lung deconstruction surgery? I don't have an opinion because I've never been through it. So I don't have an opinion. Ooh, that's okay. I will keep that in mind. That's really cool. The Finland thing, that's really cool. What got me started on being an author? That's rough. Okay. So what got me started on being an author? I have to go back to the beginning. So I was in middle school, and basically one day I was like, you know, I want to write a book, and I didn't think I was like good at writing at the time, honestly. And I used to want to be a costume designer. Like, that was my big thing. I wanted to be a costume designer and make clothes for movies and things like that. And that was like my big thing. But then, like, I started writing this one book. I think it was in 6th grade. I forget what it was. But it was like basically, if any of you have ever read Warrior Cats, I basically copyrighted this. I was literally talking to my friend about this today. But I basically copyrighted it and hand wrote like a 40-page thing. And I realized, wait, I could become an author. That's basically what happened. I wish I was joking. That is the story. That is literally the story on how I became an author. But also, like, I always was a big daydreamer. I always loved, you know, thinking of plot lines, like, even before I realized I wanted to be an author. So I guess that's also kind of where it started, where I was like, oh, let's make up cool stories in my head and not write them down, which I'm kind of mad about. But, you know, it's chill. But, yeah, pretty cool. Whew. Now I gotta go think of another topic because my brain decides to short circuit. Really? Wow. I read the first book of Harry Potter and I ended up not liking it, which I don't know why. I just didn't like it. I don't know why. Please don't come after me for this opinion. But I really did not like it. But, and I watched some of the movies. I've watched some of them. I think I've watched 1 or 2. I forget which ones, but it was at like what was it? It was at like a beach house like years ago, and I barely remember any of the plot. But yeah, but I don't know. I read Harry Potter a very long time ago. It might be time to get back into it. Yeah, but I think it's just because I read it, what was it, 4 years ago? I think I read it 4 years ago. It was like 4 years ago now, and yeah, I haven't gone back into it, so. I did not know it was that long. I did not know it was that long. Oh, 1,050. I did not. Wow. Okay, wow. I might actually have to get back into this. That's insane. I would have so much fun reading that. Like, I read The Stand by Stephen King, and that was like over 1,200 pages in like 4 days. I would honestly. Yeah, I would be into that. I love long books. Keep me in the world for longer, please. Yeah, but I will definitely have to look at that. Like, I might have to get back into Harry Potter. It's been a while since I've read it, so maybe my perspective has changed, but yeah. Yeah, but, you know, it just doesn't matter. Book tropes I don't like / ick. Oh, there are so many. Okay. I shouldn't say there are so many. There isn't. But, oh my gosh. Like, there are a couple. Let me tell you now. There are a couple. I can't say enemies to lovers because I haven't written an enemies to lovers, so I can't really vouch for it. But I do want to write enemies to lovers, and I do like reading it. Like, Cruel Prince was wonderful. So were a couple other enemies to lovers I read. They were wonderful. But what was that one trope I hated? I really don't like the one bed trope. I don't really read, like, smut or anything like that. I don't like it. I personally hate reading that. And I was, like, sometimes I really like, whenever it's any type of those types of tropes, I'm like, absolutely not. And then also, there was like this one trope that really, oh, it's like the pick me, like a pick me trope. Any pick me trope that annoys me, like, incessantly. And also, yeah, that just annoys me. Like, whenever there's like any pick me involved in anything and they make, or like a toxic jealous ex, I like writing the toxic jealous ex and getting back at like a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever. But I don't like reading it. Like, it's actually kind of annoying. So yeah, I don't know if that answered your question. I kind of went off on a tangent, but you know. And I do know Christopher Poloni. I read some of the Aragon series. I read how many? I read up to the third book, and I stopped midway through the third because I was getting a headache because I couldn't understand the lore. So that was what happened there. I don't know Mark Gag. I do not know that. Childhood I love that trope. No, yes, I love that. I love it so much. And I've actually, like, I've read that type of trope. I've written that type of trope too. Like, I kind of call Atlas and Trinity kind of like a childhood friends trope to lovers, or best friends to lovers. I love that trope so much. It's actually such an issue. And I will literally do it for, like, everything if I have to, honestly. Like, friends to lovers is so wonderful. I would say it's better than enemies to lovers, which is actually I don't know if that's controversial, but I think friends to lovers or best friends to lovers or childhood friends to lovers, anything friends to lovers is better than enemies to lovers. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. That's just my opinion. Yeah, and I love writing it too. So that's like a plus. I love reading it. I love writing it. I love it all. So yeah, that's my opinions. I'm sorry. I go off on tangents and I really do not care. Like, it's okay. Tangents are fine. Yeah. So there's that. There was that whole spiel about that. Let me see. So I have my second book pulled up in front of me, and it's really interesting because this book breaks me. Yeah, and I'm really excited to publish it, and it's actually an issue about how excited I am. It will be released sometime in October. I feel like I said this like 5 times, and you know what? I don't care. But if you haven't read Exposed yet, highly suggest you do before Masquerade comes out. There was so much I want to say, but so much I can't, you know? So, yeah. That's my issue there. So yeah, this is a Q&A live again, so if there's any more questions for me or about the books or anything, like, happy to answer them. Happy to, you know, answer them, as I said. Would love to. I'll be on here for about 12 more minutes. I'm only staying on for about, I feel like that's the wrong thing. I don't know. I'll be on here for about 30 minutes total, so I guess it's another 15-ish. I can't do math. Yeah, but here I am. Okay, so let's see. What tangent shall I go on now? Yeah, but the book tropes question, I really liked. That was a really good question. How many books have I written? Okay, that's a complicated question, actually, because I've written basically, I've written, I think I've written 8 books, including drafts. So, for example, I wrote 3 drafts of my first book, which is currently published, 3 drafts of my second, which is upcoming, 1 draft of my third, 1 draft of my fourth. So 7. Yeah, 7 books in total. And I don't count earlier work in progresses because they were only like 60-ish pages, and I don't consider that a novel. But these books in the experiment series, I have written 7 times, pretty much, or 7 of them, or yeah. So I consider those novels. So I've written about 7. And yeah. Yeah, and yes, I do have siblings. I have 3 siblings, and I don't have a favorite. So there's that. And yeah, let's see. What else? What other tangent? Do you know? I do not know that. What is it? I would like to know now. I'm curious now. Yeah, I am curious about that. Yeah, but let's see. I'm trying to find some cool quotes as well as I'm talking, because I have my second book pulled up in front of me and there's so many good quotes in this book, I swear. Let's see. Why am I in part 4 right now? I should not be in part 4 right now. Ooh, yeah, I've never heard of it. That sounds really interesting. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, but that sounds really interesting. I have never heard of it. So that is another thing I gotta check out. I have a list now, a mental list of things I have to check out now. Yeah, but I love that. That sounds really cool. Have I always loved reading? Yeah, pretty much since I was a child. I've always loved reading. I got caught in my math class reading more times than I can count. Yeah, but I love reading. Reading is amazing. And yeah, it's great. I love it. So yes, I've always loved it, as far as I'm aware. Unless at some point I hated it, which I don't remember that point, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Now let's see. Quotes. Yeah, I'm really bad with lives sometimes because I don't know what to say. It's so bad, but it's okay. I'm here. I exist. That's honestly, that is valid. That is so valid right now. Like, it's 6 p.m. here, so it's about dinner time for me. But if it was 2 a.m., like, honestly, that is so valid. I would honestly be doing the same if it was 2 a.m., but it's not where I am. So, yeah, really cool. Let's see. Now I'm sitting here scrolling through the deck. Do you have any tips for aspiring teen authors? Well, I am also a teen author, so let me see if I have any tips, because I've published my first book. And yeah, I published my first book, and my main tip, I gotta think about this for a little bit, because I did a lot of this. Honestly, I would say, like, don't worry about the imperfections when you're drafting. That's, like, a big one for me. Because if you're writing, like, you can get so many good ideas down without worrying about, like, the comma wasn't placed the right place, or, like, oh, this isn't in chronological order. A lot of my writing came from just me putting words down on paper and not worrying about what was there, especially for drafting and things like that. And also writing things out of chronological order and knowing things that would happen. So that's, like, a big thing for me. It's just, like, don't care about what you write. Really, just don't worry about it as of now, honestly. Just, like, go for it, and then you can worry about it when you go back and edit. And also another tip, I don't think this is really a tip, but this is more of just, like, what I've learned, is another thing. Self-publishing is not as hard as getting an agent. Because I have tried both, and both are hard. Both are exhausting. I personally self-publish, so I do have a bit of a bias, but getting an agent, from what I've heard and what I've tried, is really, really hard. So, yeah, that's just my personal opinion, though. Do not go off of my personal opinion. Please do your research. But yeah, for aspiring teen authors, I would just say write, and do what you think is right for your story, and don't worry about what anybody else thinks. That's just stuff I've learned, again, so I'm happy to help with advice. Let me read the rest of the chat because I wasn't really. Okay, so I am an introvert, yes. I'm really big into personality types, and I am an introvert. I'm honestly trying to think more that I'm an ambivert, because I can take, like, people in doses, and it depends on the type of person, because sometimes I can get energy from people whenever I'm around the right people, but then other times I feel, like, completely drained. So it really just depends on the type of people and, you know, who I'm around. So yeah, I'm mostly an introvert, I would say. Yes. Let's see. Yes. But yeah, but I am definitely a major introvert, I like to think. But I'm very hype when I'm around my friends or, like, doing YouTube and stuff like that, because I love it. Like, honestly, this is something I love. I'm hype while doing it, so yeah, it's fun. It's great. I love it. All right, now on to quotes. Again, we're looking. Yeah, but I'm gonna stay here for about 7-ish more minutes. So any more questions, any more things you want to say, just, you know, let me know. Yeah, and let me see if I can find stuff.
Let me see. Oh my gosh, I want to spoil so much of this book right now. It's actually such an issue. I know, yeah, but it's just so hard, especially with marketing, that I have to like withhold so much stuff from people. It's so hard. Yeah, but I'm currently in the editing process for Masquerade right now. I taking a break. I'm coming back in July. But it's just so interesting because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be publishing this in October, and then I get to like show people what I've been working on. And I've been working on this book since February, so it's been a while. And I'm so excited to show people what is in store. Yeah. Yeah, but I really do suggest, like, before Masquerade comes out, to please read the first book, or else you will understand literally nothing that's going on. But the second book is honestly, okay, I hate saying this, I hate comparing my books, but I think my second book, Masquerade, is a lot better than my first. Like, I don't like it. Do I like staying up late? Yeah, I'm a late person. I wake up early, but I do like staying up late. But the latest I can stay up is like 12 a.m. Then I just clock out. I'm done. But yeah, I do like staying up late, I would say. Maybe not into the AMs because I haven't really done it and it just feels wrong to me. I don't know why. But yeah, I do love staying up late. I love chilling. I love being up late when the house is quiet and things like that. So yeah, I love that personally. So much fun. Yeah. So let's see. This is hard because I want to share a quote, but all of the quotes I want to share are spoilers. Like, I spoil things on my YouTube a lot more than I should, honestly. Like, honestly. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, thank you so much. That is amazing to hear for me, honestly. I'm so glad that, oh my gosh, thank you. That makes me so happy. I'm glad I can be a role model. Yeah, I've never actually considered myself as a role model, so that means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I think, honestly, like, I was really scared to become a aspiring author, you know. I was really scared to publish because I was afraid no one was gonna like it. Like, that was my main thing. And also I was afraid about marketing too because I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't at times, but I'm learning. It's a learning experience. But I think, like, honestly, when you just jump in and do what you need to do and write and just, you know, like, do what you want to do and publish, and, you know, and it's okay to be scared. It's okay to, like, not to worry about it, because I do. Honestly, I do worry about it. I'm not going to lie and say, like, I don't worry about it at all. No, I do. Yeah, but I think aspiring teen authors should, yeah, I think they are amazing people. I know a lot of teen authors. I'm friends with a lot of teen authors, and I love them so much. They are amazing. And I love plushies too. Like, I love capybaras are so cute, first of all. And second of all, plushies are amazing. And yeah. But thank you so much for that. Seriously, like, that means so much to me. Thank you. Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's hard sometimes to be an author, but I think it works out. It'll all work out in the end. So, yeah. Now to find a quote. This is like the 5th time I've said that. Hi! Yeah, let me see if I can find some good ones that are not spoilers. I don't know what. Oh wait, I'm at the end of the book. This is gonna be so much spoilers. I'm at the end of the book. What is wrong with me? Who do I want? Whose part do I want to spoil? Ooh. Wait, I like this quote. But I don't know if I can say that quote. I always second guess, like, revealing things, because some things I'll reveal without thinking about it, and I realize, oh wait, that was a major spoiler. And then other things I'll reveal and be like, wait, I shouldn't have done that! And then other things I'll just, like, not say, even though they're actually crucial to the plot. Like, I'm having that issue now. I realized, like, I should have said a lot more about my first book than I did. I kept it, like, all mystery. I realized, wait, no, there's actually a lot more involved than I marketed, and I actually need to say certain things. But it's okay. You know what? The first book is out. It's fine. Yeah, I knew that. I remember seeing facts on that. I thought that was interesting. But yeah, I'm trying to think about things to say now because my brain does not work right now. Like, my brain is dying. It's been a long day, but it's okay. Yeah. Let's see. What are some fun things I can spoil to you all? Are we okay? Okay. Question for you guys. When you read a book and like before a book comes out, are you into spoilers? Like before you read a book, are you into spoilers or are spoilers like an absolute no? I hate them. Like I really want to know opinions on this because I'm a big spoilers person. I am such a big spoilers person. It's actually an issue. I like reading the spoilers just so I can look forward to it as I'm reading the book. It's actually an issue. I know it's bad, but I do love that, which I think is what's going on. But I want to hear from you guys. Like, are you big spoiler people or do you absolutely hate it? Like, what is the vibe here? I really want to know. Honestly. Like, spoilers and no spoilers before you read a book. Honestly. Summer is amazing. Yeah, the only thing that's not amazing about summer is that where I am, there are heat waves and there's a heat advisory out right now. No spoilers. Yeah, I've seen a lot of that. Yes, exactly. Okay, yeah, that's me too. Like, that's me for like I try to avoid them, but when if I do see them, I don't care, but it just gets me excited. But at the same time, I will actively spoil things for myself on accident. It's a complete accident. Like I don't mean to, but yeah, it's like that. It'd be like that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Do I have a, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like, have a bit of spoilers, but also be surprised. Yeah, I do agree with that as well. Like, I am big into that also. And yeah, so I just want to see what my audience thinks. Also, to like see, like, hey, like, how should I cater my, content? Should I do more spoilerly content? Should I not? Should I spoil this thing? Should I not? And it's so hard because I feel like I like restrain myself so much that I actually avoid crucial plot points, which I gotta stop doing that. I'm trying to get better with revealing more that's actually important, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. But I'm going to be revealing the official synopsis for Masquerade in the next couple of days too, which is really exciting. I've heard of the JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. I have heard of it. I have not watched it though. That is another thing I need to add to my watching list because I'm watching so many things right now. So I've got to add that to the list. I have heard of it though. I have heard of it. Yeah, a lot of spoilers. I do agree with that. I do like them. Yeah, but I do agree with the majority that I do like spoilers, even if it's not on purpose. Like I'll be in that. Yeah. So, yeah, but big announcement that I'm only announcing to you guys. Apparently, I'm not going to tell the rest of the YouTube community unless they watch this. But I'm going to be revealing the official synopsis, as I said like 5 seconds ago. And I worked so hard on this synopsis. Like, literally, I rewrote it like 3 times. But I think this is the one it's saying. And I'm so excited for you guys to read it and, like, come up with your own opinions on it. I love seeing opinions on my books and what I write and what I post. So I love it so much. So, yeah, I'm really excited to release that. I'm trying to think of, like, there's anything else I'm, like, doing. When the cover is finished, I will probably send that over as well and reveal that. I'm also gonna be revealing the publishing date soon, which really fun. I'm not gonna be doing it till July. I'm not gonna be revealing any publishing date, but just know it will be in October. But I'm not gonna say an exact date yet. Yeah, okay, I do agree with that. No, that is me. That is me right there. Like I always say, I hate them. But I do watch it. No, that is me. That is literally me. Like, that is me. I do agree with that. That I do it sometimes on purpose, sometimes on accident. Like, there really is no in between. But I get that way too much. Right, bye. Yeah, but that is me. I do agree with that. Yeah. But now this gives me like a better idea of like my audience too. So I can see how spoilery I can get. I think I pronounced it right. Yeah. But what else? Oh, and yeah, well, I've technically been giving spoilers on my channel for a while now. I just haven't been saying who the characters are. So, you know, it's been fine. It's been okay. Yeah, but it's about time. I'm going to stay for about another minute, and then I'm going to end off the live. So this is your last chance for any questions or anything like that. So I'm staying for just another minute, and then I'm just going to end it off. So, yeah. That is all. And this has honestly been, like, one of the best lives I've done. Like, past lives have been so chaotic. But this one was chill. I liked this one. This one is chill. The other ones have been really chaotic and really just insane. But I like the group of people. So thank you guys for showing up. You guys are so amazing. Yeah, but again, I'm staying here for about another minute. So if you have any questions. Yes, I do. That is a big dream of mine, to keep writing professionally. I don't know what exactly I'll write once the experiment series is over, but I do know I want to continue writing professionally, or like even become like an editor or a literary agent, or even like a publisher, something along those lines. I do want to get a creative writing degree once I do go to college. So this is something that has been in the works for a while and something I've always wanted to do. So yeah, that's a really good question. But yes, I do want to continue writing professionally in the future. If this changes, I will be kind of shocked, but I don't see it changing, so I think I should be fine. But yeah, so usually when I have something in mind, I usually stick to it. So this is something I'm probably going to stick to. I love my books. I love writing them. I love character development. Best thing in the world. So yeah, this is something I definitely will continue doing in the future. Are there any more questions for me before I end this off? If not, that's okay. If so, speak now, and then I'll be ending it off. So yeah. And here comes the awkward silence, because I don't know how to fill it. Yeah, but, you know, it's just, yeah. All right, well, if there are no more questions, I want to thank you all for coming. Thank you all for joining me. This is amazing. Yes, it has. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. Yeah, so again, feel free to comment on any of my videos at any time. I always love responding to them and seeing them, so doing that. Any advice that you were given that inspired me to write professionally? That's a good question, and I gotta think about that. Honestly, I can't think of any. I'm trying to think. Because I've taken writing classes in the past, and I think, like, the main thing I've learned, I haven't really had advice given to, like, I'm trying to think. Honestly, like, the main advice I've been given is to just write. Honestly, like, put your words down on paper. Don't worry about it until you go back and edit. Like, that's just something I've internalized. I don't know if it was actually advice given to me, or if it's a mantra I created myself, or something I saw on Instagram, honestly. But it's something I've lived by, and it's worked out really well. Like, just going for it, and it's really helped me in my writing career. So yeah, hope that answers your question. Anyways, thank you all for coming again, and feel free to comment at any time. I love answering them. I love seeing your thoughts on things, and I really hope you guys enjoy Masquerade and the synopsis and the book when it comes out. And yeah, just want to thank you all again for joining me, and it's been so fun. Bye!